Patch 1.01 is just released for Stalker 2, and for a lot of players, this is truly a godsend. There were a lot of things that were fixed, and a lot of things that were overlooked. With the patch coming in at, I think, 13 gigabytes, it's definitely pretty big. So there's a lot of stuff that was included, which, again, is very helpful. It's very monumental. But in all the things GSC found and fixed and tweaked and whatever else they did, there's one huge quest that they forgot. If you've been trying to avoid major spoilers like me, which is borderline impossible, you'll eventually end up running across the same few words. People have the same few complaints. One of these was about one of the starter towns you find before the patch, Zalissya. Now, it was bugged to fucking back, and with this patch, a lot of people assumed that that would now be over. While it's true the door in Lodoshka's quest is actually fixed, meaning you can continue, Zalissya isn't. Meaning that, well, if you wanted to save it at all, or really care, or want to get, influence that sort of ending, then I guess you can't. You can fuck around with UE tools and maybe try to get somewhere there, but the way I've been reading it so far, there's actually two variants of this bug. In any case, the general consensus is that the average player will go to the village and try to save it, and if they succeed, they will begin to walk away from Zalissya, and then they're informed that it's fallen. Or, on the other hand, the last wave of Monolith may never spawn, so you could just sort of get soft-locked because you never end up fighting the enemy that, you want to fight, and it becomes this whole thing, and so you can't complete the quest. Now, there could just be a lot more to this. It could just be some huge thing that none of us know anything about because we don't develop in UE5. So, it could just be this huge convoluted problem. Maybe, I'm sure they're aware of it. I'm sure they're trying to fix it. But I am curious why it wasn't included in this patch. Maybe there's just a lot more to it. I mean, really, who knows? The only thing that we really know about right now is that a lot of people are frustrated. They're saying things like, oh, you have time for all these other fixes, all these other this and that, but you can't do this. One of the main things that we wanted. And I mean, of course, it's understandable. Me personally, I think if I got that far, I'd be pretty frustrated myself because a lot of people were waiting for this patch to come out. And, well, eventually it did after about a week or so. And a lot of people were waiting on that, but personally, I haven't gotten that far in the story. I've been taking my time with it precisely because of things like this. Because if you're waiting so long for a patch like this, and there's crucial things left out like this, then it might ruin the experience. You might not be able to continue going forward. So I've been putting in a few more side quests, honestly. I've been trying to pad it. Honestly, going forward, I've been taking my time. I haven't been rushing through it as much as I've wanted to. I know I've wanted to because I've been waiting for this for fucking years, man. I really have. To see it come out at all is just nothing short of delightful. It's amazing. Unprecedented. It was supposed to come out in 2021? Yeah, so that's 3 years, really 6 of waiting, At the end of the day, I guess the best thing to say would be have patience. I know it's really cliche to say it's, we've waited this long. Why can't they release a finished game? Yeah, that's a very valid point. It's understandable, but we're just, I don't know what we're doing. The gaming market, it's different, And for a game like this, would you rather have it release and be buggy, or would you rather wait and wait and wait, just like Shadow of Chernobyl? Wait wait. If Gene Sharp never went and got involved, we would never have Shadow of Chernobyl. We wouldn't have any of the Stalker games at all, really. So if GSC was just allowed to keep perfecting and adding in a million different things, then we probably never would have gotten the trilogy. I'm sorry. That's just a reflex there. We would have never gotten the games at all, okay? So there's got to be a line to stop at. So, you know what? If you made it this far, give me your honest thought on that. Give me your answer on that. Would you rather have it release and be buggy, or would you rather wait a million years, you know? Of course, it's a little bit of a hyperbole. We're obviously not going to wait that long. It might be, what, a year, maybe two at best, before absolutely, positively, 100% everything is fixed, workable, playable, enjoyable. But you know what? I have faith. You know, we've made it this far. So we can only go up from here. Somebody actually made a comment in the Stalker Discord a few days ago that really resonates with me. They said, oh, GSC only has like what, a couple hundred, maybe a few thousand playtesters at best. They could do this for 1,000 years, 100 years, you know, whatever amount of time is plausible. Because for their 1,000, we have a million. You know, you have the entire world basically, as opposed to like a handful of people. That's the ratio you're dealing with. So it's insane. And so naturally, we're going to catch more bugs. We're going to catch more QA issues, you know? So again, it's understandable. It's only natural for it to happen. It doesn't make it any less frustrating, but they're only human at the end of the day. There should just be a great deal of patience on both sides. I'm sure once they hone in on everything, the remaining patches will be fewer and fewer in size, frequency. You know, they'll have the game ironed out. We'll be all good to go. I don't want to say modders would be able to fix this one because I'm really not too sure about that. I know the SDK is very valuable for stuff like this, but I'm not sure how it would work with scripting. I don't even know how much access they really have, to be honest. I just know about mutant looting for one, you know, just very, very basic stuff like that. And, you know, tweaking the economy and everything. So I think if we get the SDK, we'll be all right from there. Anyway, you know, just throwing this out there. So, yeah,